Did you know that one of the most unusual and extraordinary firearms ever made, as strange as it sounds, was specifically designed to join astronauts on trips to the moon? This isn't science fiction. It's a fascinating piece of history that helped make NASA's lunar missions safer. Let's dive into the story of the TP-82, a firearm crafted exclusively for space explorers. Yes, you heard me right, a space gun. But why would astronauts, the epitome of scientists and engineers, need a firearm? Great question. The answer lies not in the stars, but here on Earth. In the 1960s and 70s, during the height of the space race, the Soviet Union was sending cosmonauts into orbit highly focused on lunar exploration. However, those brave souls didn't just face the challenges of zero gravity, malfunctioning technology, or unprecedented distances from Earth. They also faced challenges once they returned home, or rather, once they attempted to reach home. Picture this. It's the 1960s. Soviet cosmonauts have just returned from a harrowing journey to the great expanse and re-enter Earth's atmosphere. But instead of landing neatly back in civilization, they quite often found themselves landing in Siberian forests, remote mountain ranges, or uninhabited terrains, with no instant rescue in sight. The danger didn't end at re-entry. In these barren environments, cosmonauts could encounter hungry predators like wolves and bears, or suffer from the elements while awaiting rescue. Survival wasn't taken as a given. Enter the TP-82, a triple-barreled survival weapon that became a cosmonaut's best friend in life-or-death scenarios. This wasn't your average firearm. It was a combination shotgun, rifle, and flare gun, capable of handling almost any survival situation. One barrel of the gun could fire shotgun shells for small game hunting or defense against wild animals. The second? A rifle barrel, perfect for larger game or more precise shots. And the third barrel? A flare launcher, essential for signaling rescue teams or scaring off threats. It even came equipped with a machete-like blade stored in the stock for foraging or self-defense. Ingenious, isn't it? Now the story gets even more fascinating. The TP-82 wasn't just a concept or a failed test prototype. It actually made its way into space. Cosmonauts on missions throughout the 1980s and early 90s would carry this practical multi-barrel firearm into orbit, not because they feared threats in the vacuum of space, but because they feared what could meet them upon their return. And believe it or not, the TP-82 wasn't unique just in its purpose. It also holds the distinction of being one of the rare instances where an actual firearm was standard-issue equipment for astronauts, cosmonauts in this case. It redefines what essential gear really means. But that begs the question, why don't modern astronauts need such a weapon anymore? Over time, advances in re-entry technology and rescue missions eliminated the need for emergency landings in remote locations. Today's flight path and re-entry planning dramatically reduce the likelihood of landing where predators roam. The romantic yet pragmatic device was officially retired in 2007, becoming a relic of a bygone era of lunar ambitions and survivalist reality. The TP-82 might not be firing its barrels anymore, but its legacy continues to live on in space history. Remember, what stands out most about this story is the fascinating overlap between life's extremes, exploration of incomprehensible outer space, and the harsh demands of survival down here on Earth. Who would have thought a device so simple as a gun could bridge that gap? From orbiting the moon to protecting humankind in a forest deep in Siberia, the TP-82 is undeniably one of history's most unexpected tools of survival, and a testament to human ingenuity. Did this story make you look at space missions differently? The next time you think about astronauts or cosmonauts, remember, their survival gear might involve more than helmets and oxygen tanks. Because even space explorers sometimes need to bring a piece of Earth along for the ride, just in case. Have you ever imagined a firearm playing such a pivotal role in space exploration? It turns out, the most unassuming gadgets can become literal lifesavers in the most unexpected ways.